Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today is still Sunday, June 30th, 2024. I am back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm trying to see how I'm gonna do this and try to stay tasteful as best I can. I ain't worried about offending nobody. I'm just trying to keep it clean as possible because this has really, over the last couple of days, I haven't spoke on it yet, but it has irritated the F out of me. The N-words are back. And what are they doing, Big Ward? I'm glad you asked. Now, for years, we have been hearing about black people complaining about white privilege. It's not fair. White privilege. White people getting opportunities, breaks, positions, what have you, in life that they don't qualify for. They only got it because of someone they knew, family member, being white, what have you. But it wasn't called solely because they were qualified. They might have halfway knew how to do the job, but overall they wasn't qualified for it. Us as black people, we have seen this time and time again. Even I know it exists. I have been a victim of it. I've seen it happen. Guys placed over me based on their race, someone they knew, the boss's son, the manager's supervisor's son, nepotism as they call it. And as black people, we've complained about this forever, right? Now, as times have changed, some black people have moved on up in the world, done good for themselves, have great talent, extreme talent, elite talent, and whatever it is they're doing, right? So they have moved up to a level to where they have power now as black people. Now let me rewind. Overall, black people have been complaining for centuries, for decades, what have you, about white privilege. How white people have privilege just because they're white, just because you're the boss's son, just because you're the supervisor's golfing buddy, you name it. We as black people have been complaining about white people getting positions, opportunities, jobs that they don't qualify for in our eyes, right? So here we are in 2024, right? Where we have more black, powerful people than we've ever had in history in America. We have more powerful black people than we have ever had in the history of America right now. We have black people that are making big moves. I'm trying to be one of them. We have black people that are making big things happen. While we're talking about everybody being broke, there's a lot of black people with extremely large amounts of money. I'm talking about big black billionaires, millionaires, 100,000aires, what have you. In the so-called white man's world, we have black people that have reached a level that at one time was thought was unattainable by a person of color, especially a black man. We have reached all type of heights, even to the point to where a black president, right? Where you going, just big ward? I'm glad you asked. I want to point out the biggest enemy, the biggest hater of black people and black success, black successful people. The biggest haters of successful black people. Black people are doing well for themselves. Niggas. I despise them. Here's what's going on. As we've heard about this white privilege thing forever, right? Now we're at a point where, if you don't know, LeBron James, the NBA draft just came up, right? LeBron James' son played for college ball at USC. He wasn't that good. I don't even know if he started. I think he averaged like 5 points a game. Some BS, right? Was he good enough to be drafted to the NBA? No. See, what had happened was his father has black privilege. Finally, we're at a point in America where now we have some black privilege. His father was able to do what we've been saying white folk been doing for centuries that we've been complaining about. Now we're able to do it. And guess who complaining? Niggas. Now, I say nigga ain't a race. It's a group of people. It's a mindset. It could be any race of people. You got white N-words, black niggas, whatever. But I'm talking about black ones right now that look like LeBron James and his son. They look just, for skin tone, whatever, look like, they look like LeBron James people. They look like LeBron James' son's people. Complaining he wouldn't have got drafted if it wasn't for his daddy. No shit. And you, as a black man, you got a problem with that? You got a problem with a black man having that much power to get his son on? Like you wouldn't do some of y'all wouldn't do it for your son. A lot of y'all ran out on your son, so I kind of can understand that coming from some of y'all. Y'all up here complaining, talking shit, bitching. After years of complaining about white privilege, here's a black man come along, has enough power to have black privilege, and you complaining. His own people, his own kind, supposedly, but they are not his own kind. They're not his people. They're not my people. They're niggas. Is LeBron James, would he have been drafted if he wasn't LeBron James' son? Hell no. I know that. It's black privilege. It's black nepotism. He's on the team because of his dad. How many times have we complained about that with white people over the decades? Now we're finally able to do it, and y'all don't like that either. You didn't like it when the white people were doing it. Now we got black people doing it for their own, putting their own people in position, and you don't like that either. Niggas. That's why I tell black people, stay as far away from niggas as you possibly can. Don't help them, don't feed them, don't try to motivate them, don't try to encourage them, don't talk to them, let them die off. They're a cancer to our society. They are a cancer to black people, to the black race, to mankind, to humankind. Let them don't no affiliation with him at all. Let me repeat that. Here's a man, has enough power. A black man in America has enough power to pull strings to get his son in a position to win. And we talking shit about that. Not me, but niggas complaining about that. No, man, that if it wasn't LeBron James, see, I ain't tripping if it was so-called white people doing it. I'm not tripping off them talking. But your own people, supposed to be your own people, but in reality, color don't make you blood. Color don't make you your people. I got white folks that's my people more than black people are. I got white people that I can go to for help quicker than I can go to some black people. I learned that the hard way. Skin folk don't make them your kinfolk. A black snake will bite you like a white snake will. You can die from both of them. How dare you fix your mouth as a black man to complain, talk shit, because LeBron James got his son drafted. Yes, LeBron James got his son drafted to the NBA based on his name only. But yet y'all will sit around here and complain about it for years when white people do it. Now that we're able to do it, and it's not just LeBron James, there's other black people that have done the same thing that a lot of y'all don't know about. LeBron James is the biggest name. There are a lot of black CEOs, owners, businessmen, millionaires. P. Diddy with his son, but no Diddy, but what you supposed to do for your son when you the man? When you the king, what your son supposed to be? No, man, he's supposed to make his son get it out the mud. You niggas stupid. You niggas goofy. I'm working hard, grinding, trying to make it to the top so my son won't have to get it out the mud. Ain't nothing to be proud of. I got it out the mud. We didn't want to get it out the mud. We had to. The one of us that got it out the mud. That wasn't a choice. That was a condition that we was placed in. We had to get it out the mud. But I'll be damned if I'm going to get it out the mud and then make my son have to get it out the mud after I done got it. The better I am, the easier I'm going to make it for my son. We the only one think life's supposed to be hard. That it can't be easier. That if it's easy, something wrong. Something wrong with y'all, with that mindset. Every one of y'all complaining. Now, the discussion about whether or not LeBron James is the greatest of all time in basketball, that ain't what I'm talking about. Because to me, it's Michael Jordan. I ain't talking about that. So this ain't the GOAT and all that. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest. I don't care about how you think about LeBron James as a basketball player. What I'm talking about is as a father, a black father at that, who's in a position to win, placed other people in positions to win. Rich Paul and other people he done made multimillionaires, not just him. And now his own son, his firstborn. Y'all knocking that man, and you're knocking his son for being LeBron James' son, and you're knocking LeBron James for having the power to get his son drafted to the NBA. When a lot of you bums can't even get your son a job at McDonald's, won't even try. Won't have nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with your kid. You can't get your son a job at Foot Locker. You talking shit about a man who did what he had to do to get his son in the NBA. Whether he qualified or not, who gives a damn? He there. And I applaud him for that. I congratulate him for that. I don't give a damn if his son ain't qualified. So what? All the years that I done sat back and watched guys that wasn't qualified over me get jobs ahead of me because who they knew or who they was, who cousin they was, who nephew they was, who son they was. If you bums get up and go get some on your own, get yourself in a position of higher ups, you ain't gonna put your son on? You probably wouldn't. You'll make your son go get it out the mud. Because you had to get it out the mud. We built different. LeBron James built different than y'all. That's why LeBron James where he at. I'm built different. That's why I'm going where I'm going. Y'all ain't built right. Your mind ain't right. Your heart foul. Your mind foul. Filthy. Like dirty rags. All these years, and white people have heard it too. I'm sure white people tired of hearing about white privilege. Every time you look around, some black person hollering about white privilege. And now we got some black people out here able to exercise some black privilege, and y'all don't like that either. When who knows, maybe one day down the road, you will have some black privilege. Because the world has changed. Because people that have come before us, who put in work to get black people, themselves and others in position where one day we'll have black privilege. Where we'll be able to be favored for a position because someone we know. Because we know the owner. Because we the son of the boss. The nephew of the boss. Now we'll get in a position to reap those benefits, and you niggas hating. Some of the craziest things I ever seen in my life has come from niggas. It's a mental disorder. It's a mental disease. It's a mental illness. Being a nigga is a mental illness. LeBron James, do your thing. LeBron James Jr., do your thing. Bronny James, whatever you, I thought it was, I don't know if it's short for LeBron James, what have you. Ain't gonna be no hating over here. I wish I could get in a position like that to get my son on. Whether he qualified or not. I wouldn't care if my son couldn't read. He gonna be supervisor of my company. Who raised you boys? Nobody. The streets. Got some other niggas. White privilege. We don't like white privilege. He got black privilege? We don't like that either. It's sad. And that's another reason why I stay to my damn self. Keep people the hell away from around me. Jokers just straight up haters. How you gonna hate on a man for putting his son in a position to win? Whether you think he qualified or not, the man still put his child, his son. Are you a father that, see, some fathers don't love their kids like that. I love mine like that. He loved his like that. To where I would do anything for my son. I don't care who don't like it. If I was the president like Joe Biden and my son got in trouble, I'm going to pardon my damn son. I don't care who like it. That's how important family is to me. I ain't worried about the rest of y'all when it comes to family. I don't know where y'all come from, but it ain't where I'm from. It ain't what I believe. If I get the power, which I am, I'm speaking into existence, I'm going to be a high level, big time so-and-so. I don't know where I'm going to be, but I'm going to be up there riding high. The boss, the CEO, multi-millionaire, and my son ain't going to have to worry about a damn thing. I don't care if you got a college degree, my son going to be over you. I don't care if you've been to college 20 years. You're gonna be under my sun in my company. Get it, got it, good. Bye.